Welcome to our 5th grade English lesson. Today we will do the exercises in your student's book. In your workbook. Please open your eyes open workbook page 57. 5. sınıf İngilizce derslerimize hoş geldiniz. Bugünkü dersimizde workbook alıştırmalarını çözeceğiz. You know, I have given these pages as a homework to you before. You should have done this homework. Now we will check our answer. Bunları size daha önceden ödev vermiştim. Bu derslerimizde yaptığımız ödevlerin cevaplarını kontrol etmiş olacağız workbook alıştırmalarında. Now we can start. Okay, look at page 57, city life, vocabulary, places in a town. Look at exercise 1, please. Put the letters in order, write the words under the correct pictures. There is a letter, there's a word, crossing words. In here, some letters are the true state, so we have to write the words truly, then match the pictures. Okay, now we can start. Put the letters in order, write the words under the correct picture. Number one is done. So I pass number 2. Look at number 2 pictures. Sorry for that. Number 2, which one of them? Yes, shopping center. Number 3. Yes, it should be sports stadium. And number 4, market. Yes, it can be market. And number 5, can you remember? Can you see the picture? Which one of them? Yes, skate park. And number 6, they play sport, so we should say sports center. And number 7, in the picture there's a museum, so we have to say museum. And number 8, this is so easy. Here is bowling alley. Now you can check your answer. Okay, I passed the other exercise. Number 2, look at number 2, exercise 2. Where can you do these things? Right place from exercise 1. Well, in this exercise, first you will read the definition or the sentences about the words in exercise 1. Then write the places under the definitions. Okay? Burada ne yapıyoruz? Where can you do these things? Yani bu şeyleri nerede yaparsın? Exercise 1, birdeki kelimeleri buradaki tanımlara ya da tanımlıklara ifade eden cümlelerin altına yerleştiriyoruz. Now we can go on. Number 1 is done, so I pass number 2. Buy some new jeans. Where do we buy new jeans? Okay. Shopping center and market. 3, see a film. We see a film at the cinema. Play tennis or do yoga class. Where do we play tennis or do yoga class? Sports center. And go on a school trip at historical objects. School trip at an historical objects. Look at historical objects. This is our tip about the places. So we have to say museum. Practice jumps on a skateboard. This is skateboard. That means practice jump on a skateboard. We should say skate park. Now we can check your answer. Look at exercise, the other exercise, exercise 3. Complete the text with the places from in exercise 1. We will again complete the text, the places in exercise 1. We will fill the blanks with the words, with the places in exercise from exercise 1. Now we can start. Okay, I start reading. My town is really boring. The only thing we can do is play this in the street, but we don't enjoy it in the rain. We haven't got a blah blah blah, so I can only watch films on TV or online. These sentences give us a tip about blanks. So I can only watch films on TV or online. So that means there is no cinema. We haven't got a cinemas, so I can only watch films or TV or online. Eğer boşluktaki cümlenin ne olduğunu anlayamıyorsanız lütfen bir sonraki cümleye bakın. Çünkü bir sonraki cümle o boşluktaki kelime hakkında bize ipucu verir. Okay, we go on. There's a street, blah blah blah, on Fridays in the town square, but I'm at school, of course. There's a street what? There's a street, blah blah, in the town square, town square. What is there in town square? Yes, market. But I'm at school, of course. We haven't got a blah blah blah. So for things like new jeans or trainers, we haven't got for things new jeans or trainers. So we should say shopping center. I need to go to another time by bus. There is a blah blah where I sometimes play tennis. I sometimes play tennis. So we should say sport center. But it is quite expensive. My friends and I play on our skateboards in the streets. So we are asking for a skateboard. Look at skateboard. This is our tip about blankets. So we are asking for a skate park. But I think it's impossible, and when I'm bored, my mom always says the same. Visit the pencil, blah blah. It is free and interesting for her maybe, but you don't. Do you want to know the history of pencil? I don't. The history of pencil, so the blankets should be museum. Now you can check your answer. Burada lütfen boşlukları doldururken şunlara dikkat etmeliyiz. Boşluktan önceki ve sonraki cümle boşluktaki kelimeyle hakkında bize her zaman ipucu verir. Bunu unutmayın. Okay, now I'll pass this exercise. Look at exercise 4. You feel you complete the sentences on your own for your answer. Where do you go in your free time? Complete the sentences. The first sentences is completed, so we have to complete the other sentences. I love going to Saturday market. The clothes are great. Number 2, for example, I do this exercise. I complete these exercises for myself. You will complete this exercise for yourself. It's up to you. The answer change to your mind, to your opinion, okay? For example, I write here, I go to cinema. In cinema. Every week. I like going to bowling alley or museum. You can answer you will write your answer. It's my answer. Please don't write my answer in your workbook. Bowling alley. This is my answer. And I never go to sports stadium, for example. This is my answer. Again, sports stadium. And I usually go to at blah blah blah at the weekend. I usually go to shopping center, for example, at the weekend. Okay, I write shopping center here. And the blah blah is expensive. In shopping center, the clothes or the jewelry or the other things. I write here clothes, and you can write the other things, you know. I sometimes go to the in another town. I sometimes, for example, go to the museum. Museum. I sometimes go to the museum in another town. It is my answer. These are my answers. Please write. These are my idea about in my free time. Please, you write your idea, your things in your free time. Okay. Please turn to page 86, language focus. You know we have learned before was verb, and if you don't remember was verb, please look at your notebook and read the was verb subject again, and then do these exercises. Look at exercise 1, was verb. Circle the correct words in the grammar table. I, he, she, it, was or were there. We use I, he, she, it, was. So we have to say was in here. You, we, they, which one of them? Yes, were. He wasn't or weren't there. Which one of them? He wasn't. We use he. We use was or wasn't with he as a subject pronoun. And was you or were you? We use was with the subject pronouns you. So, sorry, we use were with the subject pronouns you. Were you there? Now check your answer, please. Okay, look at exercise 2, please. Read the dialogue. Circle the correct words. We will read this dialogue and circle the correct words. That means circle the correct was or were. Look at our subject pronouns or our subject carefully, please. Until recently. Recently, what does it mean recently? Do you know the meaning of recently? Recently means in Turkish son zamanlarda. Please writing the meaning of this word. Until recently, the Stratford, East London, the river, blah blah blah. Sorry, the river number 1 is done. The river was dirty and the buildings. Look at our subject. Buildings is plural noun, so we have to say were in here. The buildings old and empty. It. You look at our subject pronoun it. It wasn't or weren't a nice place. It wasn't or weren't. Which one of them? That's good. It wasn't a nice place, but in 12 sorry, in 2012, Stratford is a place, so we have to say in here, and it's a singular noun. It was the home of the London Olympics. We was, which one of them? We were surprised. Surprised, what does it mean surprised? In Turkish meanings? You can understand. Surprised. Şaşkın, şaşırmış. Okay. Because Stratford was completely different. The Olympic Park, look at the subject. The Olympic Park is a singular noun, so we have to say was. The Olympic Park was new and green. The Olympic Park was new and green, and I was or were very excited. We have to use was with I. I was very excited. Now you can check your answer, please. Okay, I passed this exercise. Look at exercise 3. Complete the sentences with the correct form of there was, there were. If you don't remember the subject, the grammar subject there was, there were, please look at in your notebook and look at your note about there was, there were. Then do this exercise. We use there was, there were in the past tense, and there was a singular countable noun. There were is plural countable and countable nouns. Sorry, there was used with singular countable noun and plural uncountable noun. Don't forget that. In the other page, we remind these subjects again. Number 1 is done, so I passed number 2. Before the Olympics, blah blah, any modern buildings. Look at the buildings. Buildings is a plural noun, so we have to say in negative form. Don't look at here, there is a cross. We have to say there weren't. Yes, that's true. There weren't any modern buildings. İkinci cümlede şuna, ya bu cümlelerde şunlara dikkat etmenizi istiyorum. There was ve there were'ı there is ve there are'ın past tense hali olarak düşünün. Yani past tense'de olan bir durumdan bahsediyor. Ve tekillik çoğullukta nasıl kullanıyorsak there is are, there is ve there is are, there was ve there were de aynı şekilde kullanılır. There was tekillerde, there were çoğullarda kullanılıyor. Bunu bilmeniz ve diğer kurallara göre sayılan ve sayılamayan isimlerdeki kurallara göre aynı şeyi uygulamanız gerekiyor. Now, look at the other exercise 3. Blah blah blah, a lot of interesting things. Things, look at things. Things is a plural noun. This is positive statement, so we have to say there were, that's true, there were a lot of interesting things at the museum. And number 4, blah blah blah blah, a sports center. A sports center is a singular noun, so we have to say there was. There wasn't, sorry, this our sentence is in negative statements, so we have to say there wasn't a sports center for young people in my village until recently. There wasn't a sports center for young people in my village until recently. 5, look at 5 please. Blah blah blah, an important match at the football stadium on Sunday. Look at here, our word after blanket. This gives us tips about there was or there were. So this is singular noun, so we have to say there was because our sentence is in positive form. There was an important match at the football stadium on Sunday. And the last one, 6. Blah blah. This is negative statements, so we have to use the same. There wasn't or there weren't. Many people. Blah blah blah blah. Many people at the new shopping center. People is plural form, so we have to say there weren't there weren't many people at the new shopping center. Now you can check your answer, please. Okay, I passed the other exercise. Look at exercise 4, please. Complete the question with was or were, then write short answer. You will complete the question with was or were and then write short answer with was and or were. Okay, now number 1 is done, so I'll pass number 2. Blah blah blah. Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi is the first man on the moon. Lionel Messi is a noun, special name, so we have to say. We can say also Lionel Messi, he. That means we use was in the first blanket. Lionel Messi is the first man on the moon. This is not true. No, he wasn't the answer like that. Look at 3. Blah blah blah. The 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing. Games. Look at games. Games is plural form as a noun. So we have to say were the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing. That's true. Yes, they were. Blah blah. Now look at number 4. Blah blah blah. There's supermarkets. Supermarket is plural form. Were there supermarkets in ancient Rome? Yes or no? Can you remember the reading text about ancient Rome? No, there weren't. Look at exercise 5, please. Look at exercise 5. Blah blah blah. There, the internet in 1950 was there. That's true. Was there because internet is the singular form. So we have to say was. No, there wasn't. Now you can check your answer. Okay, I passed the other exercise. Exercise 6, you will exercise 6 on your own. Use what word. Write a fact quiz. Write question and answer like the ones in exercise 4. Use was and were. Şimdi gerçek bir quiz yapın diyor bu alıştırmada. Bu alıştırmayı kendinize göre yazacaksınız. Soru ve cevap şeklinde yapacaksınız. Exercise 4'daki gibi. Orada bilinen gerçekler hakkında bazı sorular sormuş ve cevaplamış. Siz de buzzword'la bu soruları sorabilip cevaplayabilirsiniz. Burada bir örnek var zaten. Was Pompeii in ancient Greece? No, it wasn't. Ne diyor? Pompeii eski Roma'da mıydı diyor. No, it wasn't. Eski Yunanistan'da mıydı diyor. No, it wasn't. Cevap olarak da bu şekilde. Siz de bunu kendinize göre birer tane ya da ikişer tane örnekle örneklendirebilirsiniz. Bildiğiniz bir gerçek hakkında geçmişteki bununla ilgili soru sorup cevap vereceksiniz. Kısa cevap. Okay, now I pass exercise 7. Try to improve your writing by using extreme adjectives. Replace the words in bold with the words in the box. In this exercise, you have to know these words, extreme adjectives meanings. If you don't remember, please look at your students' book exercise about these adjectives and write the meaning of them in your notebook. Bunları daha önce Students Book kitabında işlemiştik, bu aşırı anlam veren sıfatları. Buradaki alıştırmada italik yani kalın harflerle yazılmış kelimelerle bu kutucuk içindeki sıfatları, uyanları değiştireceğiz. Now I start. Look at our holiday day 4. We went to see some really old, we say some really old, but we can say also ancient buildings. As a castle, what does it mean, castle? Castle, Turkish meaning kale. Okay? And a museum. The castle was very good. Very good. Look at very good. We can say also, instead of very good, amazing. And it had some very big, we can say, what we can say instead of big? Very big. Enormous. That's true. We can say enormous instead of very big. It had some enormous rooms with very beautiful pictures on the walls. It was very hot. What we can say instead of very hot? Very hot? Yes, that's true. Boiling. We can say boiling instead of very hot. It was boiling outside, but inside the castle the rooms were nice and cool. We walked up lots of stairs outside to the top. It was very high. My mom's was very scared. Very scared. Look at very scared. Scared means in Turkish korkmuş. Very scared. Çok korkmuş. That means terrified. We can say terrified instead of very scared. My mom was terrified. Now you can check your answer. Okay, I passed this exercise. Please turn the page 59. Listening and vocabulary. Look at exercise 1. Places in a town 2. You know these places. We have learned these places, and you wrote these places in your notebook. Now look at exercise 1. Complete the places with the words in the box. You will complete the places with the words in the box. For example, number 1 is done. Number 1, half done. So we have to do the other half. Bus station or bus stop, değil mi? Bus stop. We can say bus station, bus stop. Ferry, port. Yes, ferry port. We can delete port. And tram, we can say tram stop. Yes, that's true. You stop twice, so we delete twice. Delete stop. Tram stop. And car, park. That's true. Park. You know the meaning of these words, so it shouldn't repeat again. I'll pass to exercise 2, please. Look at exercise 2. Look at the map. Complete the text with in front of, behind, next to, and opposite. Buradaki haritaya bakıp boşlukları in front of, behind, next to veya opposite edatlarıyla, yer edatlarıyla dolduracağız demektir. We use in front of, behind, next, and opposite. Okay. I open it. This is the center of Springwood. You can take the tram into the center. The tram is, number 1 is done. The tram is into the center. The tram stop is opposite the train station, and there is a bus stop blah blah blah the station. Where is the bus stop? Look at the bus stop. And where is the bus stop? The bus stop is in front of the station. That's true. And if you go by bike, you can park it, blah blah blah, the bus stop at the station. You can park it, blah blah, the bus stop at the station. Look at the bike stop and bus stop. Where is the bike stop? You can park bike, sorry, where is the bike park? You can park it next to the bus stop at the station. The sports stadium is blah blah blah the station. Where is the sports stadium? Look at the sports stadium. Where is the station? Look at the sports stadium and station, please. The sports stadium is opposite. That's true. 4. You can say also opposite or next to. There is 2 answers for this answer, for this option. There is a the sports stadium is next to or opposite the station. There's a car park. There's a car park where you can answer. You can choose answer in this sentences. There's a car park, blah blah blah, it. Behind or next to. Sorry, there is a car park opposite the station. Well, which one of them? 1, 2, 3. This is suppose I pass the other page like that. Okay. Sorry for that. Number 1 is done. Okay, number 2 in front of number 3, next to number 4, opposite number 5. There's a car park, blah blah blah, it, behind or next to it. When we go to the cinema, which is blah blah blah the sports stadium. Where's the cinema? Which is opposite the sports stadium. We park there. There is very good fruit and vegetable market, blah blah blah the cinema. Where is the vegetable and food market? Behind the cinema. The local museum is blah blah blah the train station. Where is the local museum? Train station. Look at train station and local museum. Now you can say, you can give 2 answers in these sentences. Sorry, you can say opposite. In the other blanket, you can say 2 answers. The train station, blah blah blah, the train stop. Where is the train station? Next to, you can look at train station. Next to or behind the train stop. It's got very interesting things. There is a places selling delicious ice cream. Sell. What does it mean, sell? Do you know the meaning of sell? Here. Sell. Sell means in Turkish satmak. Please write the meaning of sell. There is a place selling delicious ice cream, blah blah blah, it's. Where is the ice cream picture? Okay, here. Where is it? It is in front of the museum. can write the blankets in front of. Now you can check your answer. Okay, I'll pass the other exercise. Look at exercise 3. This is listening exercise. So we have to firstly listen the listening part, then do these two exercise. Okay, now look at exercise 3. Listen to Jake talking his aunt about weekend trip with his parents. Circle the correct answer. Now firstly we will listen, then circle the correct answer.
Track 8. Listen and circle.
Hi, Auntie Lucy.
Hi, Jake. How was your weekend? Was it good?
It was fun, thanks.
Were you at home?
No, we were in a little village in the mountains. Mum and Dad were there 20 years ago.
Great. Was it very quiet?
No, it wasn't. You see, when Mum and Dad were there, it was very small, with only a few houses, a village shop and a little bar. So it was good for a quiet family weekend. But this time, the village was very different.
Oh, was it?
Yes, there were a lot of new houses. And in the village, there was a sports centre and a new supermarket. There were a lot of people everywhere. Mum and Dad weren't very happy.
Oh dear. What about you?
Oh, I was really happy. There were a lot of things to do. In front of the sports centre, there was a skate park. And there were a lot of teenagers there. So it was great.
That's nice.
And one of the restaurants was a pizzeria. It was perfect. There was Wi-Fi in the pizza place too, to chat to my friends at home.
What about your parents?
Well, they weren't very happy to see people everywhere. So one Saturday, they were up at 7 in the morning for a long walk up a mountain. For them, it was fantastic. But I preferred the village.
Okay, now we can do these two exercises. If you don't understand, please read the listening part again. Then do this exercise. Okay, number 1 is done, so I pass number 2. Who likes the place now? Jake, his parents, his aunt. Jake, the answer. Who doesn't like the places now? His parents. That's true. Now we can check your answer. These two pictures show us the differences between the town now and 20 years ago. You can understand the answer in the pictures. Now look at exercise 4. Listen again and answer the question. If you listen to listening part again, please stop the video, listen again, answer these questions. Okay, number 1 is done. I'll pass the question. Number 1 is done. I'll pass number 2. Question 2. When were Jake's parents there before? When were Jake's parents there before? 20 years ago. That's true, 20 years ago. How many shops were there then? How many shops were there then? 1. Okay, that's true. Why was Jake happy? Because there are a lot of things to do for Jake. Where were the young people? Where were the young people? Can you remember the listening part? Yes, at the skate park. Where was their Wi-Fi? At the pizzeria. Yes, that's true. Now you can check your answer. Okay. Today our lesson finished. Thank you for listening to me. Our next lesson we will go on these exercises. We will go on do these exercises. Please check your answer truly. See you our next lesson. Bugünkü dersimiz burada sonlanmıştır. Lütfen cevaplarınızı kontrol edin. Yanlışlarınız varsa düzeltin. Önümüzdeki dersimizde görüşmek üzere. Goodbye. See you.